massive American consulate in Frankfurt, Germany. I had assumed that the door busting was done by Delta Force. However, the official line now is that the raid was conducted by a military unit attached to the U.S. European Command, with U.S. law enforcement standing by to take custody of the evidence. I still have little doubt that Delta personnel were involved, but for the benefit of our European allies, this is a more acceptable way to classify the raid. The U.S. consulate in Frankfurt is, as any embassy is, considered the sovereign territory of the national government, which owns and inhabits the property. Interestingly, all CIA personnel working abroad are never identified as CIA to the host country. They are under what's known as military cover. So, when abroad, CIA personnel have to take orders from Department of Defense personnel. Therefore, legally, if the CIA contractors guarding the CIA server base running inside the U.S. consulate in Frankfurt refuse to obey legal orders given by the commanding military officer in charge, they could be charged with disobeying orders at least. So that's the legality behind the raid. Whether or not there was a shootout and resulting casualties has yet to be officially announced. Why was it so important for this to be done by the book? Because now all the evidence collected can be used in upcoming court or judicial proceedings. One would think that conspiring to rig a presidential election would fully justify the charge of treason, which under military law still leaves open the option of the death penalty. As far as the video of the 40 V-22 Ospreys flying on election night, many people thought I was implying that this was video taken in Europe, but that was not the case. Those shots were taken by me. If you watch that video again, you will see that at 2 different times I cut the audio. Why? Because it contains the sounds of Beth and I talking back and forth about the remarkable thing we were seeing. We didn't know what was happening. We see V-22 Ospreys from time to time around here, not 40 in one night in a perfect train formation, each bird about half a mile apart, flying low and fast. We didn't know what was going on, but being election night, the most important election of our lifetimes, we figured that something big was going down. What we saw in one 5-hour period was a full 10% of the V-22 Ospreys in the world flying in one direction, low and fast, on a moonlight election night. I sat on this for nearly a month because I didn't want to reveal anything about troop movements. We figured it would come out eventually, but it hasn't. I am fairly sure now where these V-22s originated from and where they were going to, but that part I will not reveal because it may reveal classified information. Here are the V-22 clips again, but with the audio edits removed. I think it's basically 3 clips edited together. The reason I didn't use all of them was that for the first few waves we figured that would be the last one. But they just kept on coming and coming. Every 45 minutes or so, there'd be another flight until the last one was around 2 a.m. By then, as soon as I heard them coming over the trees, I grabbed my cell phone camera every time